Good morning. Good morning, everybody. Happy Saturday. I know I haven't seen you all in a while, but I want to say to you, good morning. This is episode number 109. I want to say to you on today, we are going to juice some pineapples, some kumquats. Kumquats is a mixture of oranges and lemons, and we have some strawberries today. I don't think I'm going to be with us very long, and some apples, Granny Smith apples, which is what I love. Thank you, subscribers. I apologize for missing a week. And so today, hopefully, I'll make it up to you. And I want to get started, but I'm going to do the show a little bit differently today for sake of time. I am going to prep and juice at the same time. We're going to see how that works out. So I have my pineapples here. I have 2 pineapples, 2 bags of apples, 2 containers of strawberries. Everything has been rinsed and ready to go. So I'm going to go ahead and put the strawberries in, and I'm going to get my juice, my pitcher out. And I am going to go ahead and move forward, everybody, because I'm going to my youngest son's basketball game today. I want to talk about taking care of ourselves in the meantime. And before I do all of that, I want to do a shout out to Nama. Y'all know that I tell y'all, well, it's not my favorite juicer and all of that. Well, they made me a believer. So when I purchased the Nama, and I told y'all it is quite expensive. It is quite an expensive juicer. But the beauty of having a good quality juicer or one that costs a little bit more, your warranty on it. So I did a juice show, or what would you call that? Workshop. And it was a nutrition or healing workshop. And I took my Nama, and when I took it out to clean it, I dropped it. And I dropped it face down on the knob, the control knob of the motor. I want to say to y'all, I sent Nama an email, and that was on a Sunday when I sent them the email. I want to tell y'all, I had a new motor that Tuesday in 2 days. So the lady told me when I sent the email, and they have a 24-hour service line. When I contacted them, she said, "Ma'am, I know that your motor is under a 15-year warranty. All we need is your model number and some other information off that motor." I tell y'all what, it felt good to know that what I invested in the juicer has paid off, because the juicer itself is paying for itself. So I'm grateful. So I just want to do a shout out to Nama. It does, and I will say it does make a better juice than the Breville. The Breville juicer is a good juicer for beginners or just starting out. But it does have a frothier juice. The Breville does. Now, I'm not saying that I don't like the Breville, because I did a juice show on Wednesday at a toddler center or a child care center over in Portsmouth, Virginia. I'm going to try to do some clips of that for you all, because I had a fantastic time with those little children over there. They were they were just precious, and I just enjoyed myself. But I'm going to move right along this morning, and I want to say to you all, since I haven't been here in the last show, I know that I did with everybody, I didn't do a lot of talking. I didn't, and I kept saying I don't have a lot to talk about. I was in a mellow mood, but I understood why I was in a mellow mood. You know, everybody came off of their fast. I'm hoping everybody's doing well. Now that you're coming off of your fast, you're not gorging in your food. But I don't know if you all remember, I told you that I actually fasted eating out, and what it did for me, and I did not know that I was intaking or ingesting or taking in so many preservatives when I eat somebody else's food, and that's restaurant food. You know, this is not our home kitchen, and they're not going to go to the grocery store every day unless, it's a high-end restaurant, and not necessarily. With the economy that we live in, people are trying to save money, even in restaurants. So I believe that there's some corners being cut sometimes, more than what we would like in food preparation. And it's causing us to have a lot of anxiety, a lot of depression, a lot of problems with our skin, a lot of gut bacteria, or what they want to call IBS or celiac disease, or any gastrointestinal disease. All of those things may be from, and I believe, may be from the foods that we eat. Some things come from medication because, there's a cycle there. You eat bad quality food, or you don't eat enough nutritious food, then the next thing that's going to happen, your body's going to start breaking down somewhere. But I wanted to just share with us the most important thing that we can do for ourselves. We got to take care of us. Remember, love yourself. Because if you don't love yourself, you don't have anything to give to anybody else. And I know this to be a fact. If you don't love yourself, you will become the most abusive, miserable person that anybody would want to be around. Why? Because you are not taking care of you. You're not taking the responsibility for you. So what I want to say, I want to dedicate this show to single parents, moms and dads. I'm hearing of stories and things that people are going through with their young kids and children becoming teenagers and things of that nature. But I want to tell y'all, hang in there. And for those of you who are believers and non-believers, our children are exposed to much, much more than what they've ever been exposed to. And we've got to protect our kids. And we've got to not only try to take care of ourselves, but we have little ones to take care of. And I want to say to the grandparents out there too, pray over your grandkids. Even though they may not live with you, and some grandchildren do live with you, but pray over your grandkids. It is a lot. It is a lot that our young people are facing. This is a beautiful, strawberry is the dominant color. Look at that. So the strawberries are the dominant color in the juice, and it's showing out today. But I want to say, we have a responsibility. Sometimes we can be so busy and so consumed with our lives that maybe our children and grandchildren need a break. Children need breaks from their parents, and parents need breaks from their kids sometimes. So I just want to say to all of you out there, including myself, we've got to be better. We've got to be better for each other. Who else do we have besides one another, right? Yeah. And I tell you what, the next generation will thank us for it. So with that being said, I think that's enough, right? That's enough. But I want to tell y'all, don't be hard on yourselves. Don't be hard on, when you mess up and you make a mistake as a parent, you cannot continue to beat yourself up for what didn't happen. And especially when your children are adults and they have to take some responsibility for themselves. I remember when I was becoming a young lady, I used to blame my mom for everything. Whatever went wrong, it's her fault, But I realized after a while, after you get a certain age, that seems kind of crazy. You can't continue to do that. You can't continue to blame anybody. But the beauty of it is when you go out of your mother's hands or your father's hands or your parents' hands or whoever your caregiver was, your foster parents or whoever, even if you lived in a shelter or you didn't have that, when you step out there to be an adult, one of the greatest things that you can do for yourself is to walk into the arms of Jesus and allow him to parent you, allow him to do the things in your life that maybe somebody else didn't do. Because when I did that, it was one of the most beautiful experiences and one of the greatest things that I've ever done. Because every step that I take, every victory that I have, he tells me I'm still not done. And so, yes, we all are going to fall short because that's what the word of God says. All have sinned and fallen short of the glory of God. But the beauty is, ask him to forgive you. Get up, pick yourself up, and keep it moving. I just want to encourage somebody today. Life's not over because you make a mistake. Life is not over because you have a divorce. Life is not over because you made some wrong moves or wrong choices. Yeah, I want to go there today. And I want to say this too, because the thing that I want to discuss more than anything on today is the choices that we make with our bodies. These bodies are ours, guys. And we got to make some right choices. And we can't put those choices in somebody else's hands. Why would we want to do that? We're not children. And a lot of times when we're diagnosed with a degenerative disease, We put those decisions right into the hands of the doctors, and we want them to do everything, make every choice for us because we're afraid. Well, I want to tell us, stop being afraid. And so I want to, cancer, God healed me of cancer through the foods that he left, the nutritious foods that he left in the earth. And when he healed me, I'm going on 6 years cancer free. And one of the things that I want to share with us is we have to take care of ourselves. We have to. We have to do our bodies right. We have to do our bodies right. Because if we don't do our bodies right, who else is going to do that for us? Do we really? I'm not going to beat us up today. I'm just saying, take some time out. Now, I'm jumping subjects, but if you've been diagnosed with anything, take some time out to think about, okay, how long have you been feeling this way? I know some forms of cancer, you don't feel anything. Some forms of heart disease, you don't feel anything. But that's why going to your doctor and getting checkups is a good thing. But you don't go to the doctor and then just exit your life, exit living as if you can't make a good decision for yourself, right? Informed decisions. That's why I do the Juice Show. That's why I've always done it. It's not about anything else except helping us make informed decisions when we are faced with something that is not positive. And I'm telling y'all, to get that call or to get that diagnosis of anything, of any degenerative disease, it does not feel good. And so I want to say to us, I'm still doing research. As you all know, I'm in school. I have, 3 more months to go, including this month. So I graduate in June. I'm excited. I'm grateful for the process. I'm grateful for the instructors at Bowman College out in California. And I want to tell y'all, it's been a wonderful journey. I've learned some things about myself, and I learned to appreciate and respect when somebody else is struggling, when they're struggling with degenerative disease. It's been a journey for me, guys, especially school. But I want to say, I'm still doing research on cancer. I am still, trying to find out everything I can. What can we do to protect ourselves? And the main thing, you know what it is? It's still diet. It's still, what are you putting in your mouth? That's why I still juice. This morning I got up and I baked me some fresh peanuts. I don't know if y'all can see them over there. You probably can. But I baked me some fresh peanuts earlier this week. I got up and I made some muffins for my husband and I, some fresh banana, peanut butter, flaxseed muffins so that we could get fiber going in. And those flax seeds are very good for heart health. So I had to do that. So I'm telling you, I'm still trying to take care of myself. And I still have some things that I'm working on, just like all of us. But I will say, we've got to take care of ourselves, guys. We really do. So getting back to cancer. So I'm doing some research because I want, before any of us, once we get the diagnosis, now that I know better, I got a call February the 9th. A woman out in, where does she live? Baton Rouge, Louisiana. And she had been diagnosed with stage 2. One doctor said stage 3. Another doctor said stage 2. And so she called. She had watched my video on Pause with God, Jesus, the name above cancer. She watched the video. She said, I need to talk to you. I want to know what do you think? And I said, I'm only going to give you information to help you make an informed decision. But with that informed decision, I have learned quite a few things. And I told her, I said, okay, so now you've seen the traditional medical doctors that talk about traditional medicine. It's like in the furniture business. We have traditional furniture, or we have antiques. Some some of the ways that some doctors want to care for cancer are antiquated. It's antique, it's old, and it's not working because it's not working to better somebody's health. It is working, maybe, this is just an opinion, to fill somebody's purse. And so we don't want to do that with people. We don't want to, yes, I understand doctors, you go to school, you do this, but there's got to be a better way than to destroy somebody's life with medication that's making the pharmaceuticals companies very wealthy. And so, but what I told her, I said, let's find you a naturopathic doctor before you move forward, because she wasn't sure whether or not she was going to do the chemo. She was questioning that move, that decision. Oh, farts. Ah. She was questioning that move, that decision, and I got to make some moves here because my juicer went off, and I don't understand why. So let's try one more thing here. And so she did. She went to see the naturopathic doctor. She went to get a second opinion because that was good for her to do. But the second opinion doctors were still using the first set of tests. Sometimes that's not good. Let the second opinion doctor go in and do a whole series of new tests. I know it's costly, but that's why we have insurance. And, that's the whole point. And so the second opinion doctor, though, found out that she didn't have stage 3 breast cancer. It was stage 2. And then they found out it wasn't breast cancer at all. It was cancer in her lymphatic, in a couple of her lymph nodes. And they showed her, the second doctor showed her, the oncologist showed her what his findings were. So now here she's gone to 2 doctors, 2 oncologists. Oncologists are the ones that read your lab reports. You have a pathologist. They read the biopsy reports. And so you have all of these people doing a great job finding what's going on. But now you have 2 doctors with 2 separate opinions of what stage this cancer is in. So after we talked, again, I kept enforcing to her, I can't tell you what to do, but I can lead you and give you enough information. And so what I told her, I said, in the meantime, in the interim of all of these tests that you're doing, let's get you on a cleaner path to eating. She went 100, just like I had to do. Now, she lives in Baton Rouge. She flew to Texas to see the naturopathic doctor because when she told her daughter and her children, her daughter had already gone to this naturopath. And the beauty of it is he called, she got an appointment yesterday, and come to find out, guess what's going on in her body? It's not even cancer. It's not even cancer. She has lipoma. Lipoma is a gel-like substance or fatty tissue that's the between the muscle and the skin. So I want to say this to us. I am not putting down what doctors do, but I am saying don't operate in fear. Don't operate in fear when it comes to you making a decision about your health. And then I am going to do this because my ride is coming in 10 minutes. And so I want to read this to us, something that I came across last night, and it really shocked me when I saw it. But I'm going to read this to us. And so this is from one of the local hospitals here in Virginia, in the Hampton Roads area. This is on their website. If you go looking for cancer services, listen at this: compassionate, collaborative cancer services designed just for you. Listen at what I'm going to say, and then I'm going to close the show. Our team provides cancer care excellence in diagnosing cancer and treating your specific type of cancer. Cancer treatments vary depending on the specific type of cancer you may have and the extent of its development. Surgery is often one of the first steps for many cancer patients. Did your doctor offer you surgery to remove the cancer, or did your doctor offer you surgery to put a port in so you could start chemo? Now, this is from this local hospital's website on cancer treatment. And this is the part that I want you to hear. The surgery can be used in obtaining a biopsy as part of the diagnosis, or it can be part of the treatment plan. Did you hear that? Unlike radiation and chemotherapy, which destroy the cancer cells but leave them in the body, surgery tries to remove the cancerous tumor or tissues from the body. Now, listen to this. Chemotherapy leaves the cancerous cells in the body because it's killing off the cells, but what's flushing the cells out? Come on, Come on, y'all. I'm just trying to get you to make an informed decision. I don't want to see anybody abuse themselves with chemotherapy. I am an advocate against chemo, against it. Do everything that you possibly can before you choose to kill off your healthy cells in your body. Do everything that you possibly can. That is a local website that they're telling you when we do the chemo and radiation, those dead cells are still in your body. How do we remove them? How is that removed? Dead cells. So if dead cells are in your body, I want us to think, be prayerful, be mindful, ask for wisdom from God. If the dead cells are left in our body, how are they going to be removed? You see, I found a surgeon, and I will tell you that there is a cancer surgeon right in Newport News, Virginia, and he is one of the best cancer surgeons. Go on the website. I'm going to see. Let me see if I can find his name for those of you who may be looking for a cancer surgeon. Let me see. Let me see if I can find his name, because I want us to know. All right? I want us to be informed. I want us to go and get information. His name is Dr. Ronald Post. Dr. Ronald Post. He's in the TPMG network of doctors in Newport News, Virginia. And he is a cancer surgeon. He was the one that took my surgeon's place, that removed the cancer, didn't leave any dead cancer cells in my body, removed the cancer cells from my body. So I just want us to make an informed decision. I love you guys. Take care of your family. Love your children. Love your grandchildren. Forgive one another, because at the end of the day, we're all we have. Support one another. When people are abusive to you or say mean things to you, you got to push past what they are saying, and you got to look at the root cause of the problem. And a lot of times people are operating from a toxic place, deadly foods. And so I want to say today is a good day to have a good day. I love you all. God bless you all. And I will see you all on the next episode. You know what? We didn't taste our juice today. I want to tell y'all that this made 4 quarts of juice, 2 pineapples, 2 bags of apples, and 2 bags of Granny Smith apples, and a package of kumquat. So here we go. I'm going to taste, and then I'm going to clean up, and I'm ready to go. It's wonderful. It's nice and cold. Have a great weekend, everybody. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.